No.
Oh, please, Bill. Okay, and the attachment I sent is how to customize the share icon in an app. And you might have some questions about that. So what I'm going to do is share my screen. And just, why do I do something here? Okay, I hope you see the screen I'm looking at, which is my two devices.
Yes.
Is that correct?
See them.
When you're, I'm going to open just the Notes app right now, just for grins. On the iPad. And what I have there I have a little note. See the note? This is an experiment using typing. Yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Shoot. And if I get to the share box, and it should be here. Oh, yeah. See the share box there? I clicked the three dots up here in my note, and I clicked where it says share, send a copy. And you see the little box? That's called the share box. And you get it in many different apps. It shows up. When you click it, oh, come on. And when you click it, it comes up with this list of things you can do with the particular item you're looking at, an email, a note, a message, whatever. And the top row is places you could send it to, right? So if I wanted to send an email to someone of this note, I would click mail or message. Also down here are other things you can do with it. Now what they have done is said, gee, you can set this up so you can make this top item, top group up here be things you use a lot, like print. And mine happens to say print up there, right? If you scroll clear to the bottom of that list, and now I'm going through my handout, and it clicks Edit Actions. And it comes up and has all these actions you can put, and you'll see the two that I have at the top of the list are print and copy. But let's say I wanted to put save as draft, and I would hit the plus sign. And now that will be at the top of the share box menu. And then I'm going to put the share as draft. I'm going to move it up and click done. Okay, so now when I look at it, you'll see the top grouping of items that are there I have created. This is called your favorites in the share box. Okay. So let's everybody give that one a try.
I don't have half the things you have in your share box.
I know you will in a minute. Okay.
Okay.
Let me go back. Let me pick, his messages have the share box right there.
Bill, what does the notes look like? I don't have it on the iPad.
That's okay. We'll get there in a minute, Ann. I've gone to my messages and I tapped Greg Purdom and is the share box there? No. I'm going to go to my Photos app. I'm going to open a picture. All right. And there's the photo app and there's a picture, right? At the top, when you open, go ahead and open the Photos app, everybody. Pick a picture. I've just picked this gentleman. And at the top of the picture, there should be a little share box up there. So if you're looking at photos and you select a picture, you'll see a share box. So you click on the share box and up comes all these items. Okay. And you should have a grouping of 3 or 4, 1 or 2 items after the line of normal places you can share. You should have a grouping of things that you control. And that's the first little group at the top of the share white area, if you will. And if you scroll down, there are a lot more. And clear at the bottom, there's a thing that says Edit Actions. So we click on Edit Actions. And here's where it says Favorites at the top. That's the items you have up there. I'm going to take out Annotate on mine. And I'm going to add to album. And then, okay, so you can see how it adds things to the favorites or your priority ones, if you will. And I'm going to move it by hitting the parallel lines or touching the parallel lines and dragging on the screen up. And I'm going to add to albums clear at the top.
Are you showing this on your screen?
I am not. You can't see it because of the way it works. I'm sorry. Let me do it this way. Okay, I'm going to go back. Thank you, Ann. Okay, I'm looking at the picture. Then I hit the share box. And here's the normal share options. And this group right up here, right, is the group of my favorites. So if I want to edit that and change what's there, I would scroll clear down to the bottom and hit edit actions.
Bill, this is only for the iPad, correct?
No, iPhone and iPad works on both.
Oh,
Okay.
thank
And
you.
now I'm going to remove copy photo. So copy photo is now in the lower group in items that are not in my favorites.
Did you remove it?
Say again,
How did you remove it?
you hit the minus sign or tap the minus sign. I'll do it on the print as well. You tap
I
the
see.
minus sign and then it says remove. So now I'm going to add those back in. I hope. There's copy photo. So I scroll down, hit the green plus sign. And then I'm going to
If
hit
it
the
says
green.
copy iCloud photo, does it matter?
Doesn't matter what you pick. Okay. All we're doing is putting items so that they're more convenient for you when you open the share box. And then we're going to move print to the top of that list. Okay. And now I'm going to tap done. Okay. And I'll close. And now when I tap the share box, down here, you'll notice that I have print at the top of this short list of favorites and copy photo at the end of it, and those other two options in the middle. Okay. You have all the rest of them. All it is a tip of the day to make it a little more user-friendly for you. And now I'm going to close that. I'm going to stop looking at the picture. And I'm back. At the home screen. Okay. Tip of the day. Next, let's talk about notes. What is notes normally used for? And this is an audience participation one. So I need you to give me some ideas. Why in the world is this notes app there?
I use it for lists,
What do you use it for?
lists,
To make a list of,
items for the store
okay,
or small to-do list.
okay. Any other
I use
suggestions?
I use it for medications.
List of
Keep track
medications?
of my medications.
And the way you get them all spelled right when you have to go to the doctor's office. and they-
Right.
Yeah.
I
How
use-
about allergies?
Mhm.
I use it for scanning and keeping important documents.
Oh, so you
Wow.
you make a scan of a note of something and keep it in.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful. Good idea.
Passwords?
Ooh, good one. Passwords, but we got to talk about how to lock it if you're going to put
Yeah,
passwords in there.
That's what I do also, yeah.
Okay, good. What else?
Vaccine card copies.
That's a good one. Scan the vaccine card. Now you have it in notes. We'll try that one as an experiment a little later. My wife sends me, I go out and I'm saying, hey, I'm going to Subway. What would you like? She says my normal, and I have her Subway request in
Ah,
notes, right?
yeah.
Okay, those are some of the ideas. There are many others. It's called your memory now. All right. Now, if you don't have the Notes app, the Notes app looks like this little yellow item down here on the iPhone. On the iPad, it's this guy. It looks the same, right? If you don't find it easily, you would put your
It's a-
finger here, pull down. Put your finger here and pull down and type in NOTES. And if you have it, it would show up here. If you don't have it, you might want to download it by going to the App Store. And usually if you don't have it, it says you want to go to the App Store and get it. Okay?
Okay, can I give you a scenario?
Sure.
I opened your attachment I'm on my laptop, my iPad. I opened your attachment in Word. The notes thing came up and I wanted to print it. When I click on the share button, I don't get an option to just plain print.
Did you scroll down far enough?
Yes, I did. I have Epson ePrint and I have HP print, but I don't have just an option to print. Does that mean that my iPad cannot print directly to one of my printers?
Have you printed from your iPad before?
I don't remember.
Have you printed from your iPhone before? Okay.
I
So
don't
the printer
remember.
may not be an Air printer. Is it an older printer, Sharon?
Yes.
It may not be compatible with Apple devices
Oh.
yet.
Okay.
All right?
Okay. And there's nothing that can be done to update them to be.
Well, you have
compatible.
an app called HP Printer. Sometimes that works.
Okay. Thank you.
Mhm. So I'm going to open Notes. Okay. Okay, and Notes comes up on your iPhone, on your iPad, with a list of the notes that you have. One of the key things about Notes if you have it on your iPhone and it comes up with a back arrow at the top, like this, go ahead and tap the back arrow. And I'll do the same thing with my iPad. I'll tap the back arrow. So the left-hand panel on your iPad lists the folders that contain notes. And you'll notice mine says all iCloud 159 and notes that I have not categorized or put in other folders is 118. And then I have a whole bunch of subfolders, and we'll talk about those a little later. But you have 159, right? And on my iPad, I have 160. So I'm not sure why there's one more there. Okay. All right. So if we go ahead and tap all iCloud, anybody not have all iCloud? Good. All right. We get a list of all your messages. Okay. The key thing here is the first line, whatever you type in for the first line of a message, what the message is named. Okay. Now we're all familiar, I hopefully, about this little icon right here, the one I'm circling on my iPad. It's supposed to be a piece of paper with a pen or pencil on it. And it's what's used to create a new note or a new message or a new email. So I click it and it comes up, and that's the iPad. So I'll go to All Cloud and I'll tap that on my iPhone. I tap the bottom and it comes up and the cursor's blinking up there. And I got to get the cursor blinking.
Bill,
Yep, go ahead.
don't hear you.
Say again, please.
I'm not hearing you. I heard you then, but before I wasn't hearing.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay.
Bill,
Yes.
when I go to the folders, all iCloud, I only have a digit of 1.
And how many do you have other places?
Under my medications, I have 1 and that's it.
So you only have one note.
That's correct.
Okay.
And I've struggled with this many times.
Okay. That's good. So tap All Cloud
Tap all iCloud, yeah.
and then hit the pen and paper. We're going to create another note.
And then I can create another one.
Yes.
Okay, what if I want to, okay, I bet you're going to tell us how to edit what's in there already.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
But we have
Bill,
to
I
start-
don't get the pen and paper. I just get a circle with 3 dots in my all iCloud folder at the right-hand
Tap
corner.
All iCloud. And so it says folders at the top
Correct,
left, right?
yes.
And you don't have, and then
I
you
have
don't
a
the
circle
pen-
with 3 dots
You
in the
don't have
right-hand corner.
Mine was down at the bottom right-hand corner.
on the iPhone, it's at the bottom right. That's correct.
I just have a square with a pencil in it. That's what you want us to hit?
Yes.
Okay, I was looking at the top, sorry.
Uh-huh. For the iPhone, the things are located a slightly different place than the iPad. And then you click in the body on your iPhone or iPad, you would click right here. On the iPhone, you would click right here or tap. And you should get the keyboard to show up on the screen. And I'll get the keyboard on the screen here. Like so. Everybody to that point?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And now you can type a note. This
Missed
is a
that, Bill.
note.
I'm sorry.
Say again.
I missed getting to that point.
Where are
I'm
you?
back at all iCloud.
Tap All iCloud,
Okay.
iPhone or iPad.
iPhone.
Okay. And then at the bottom left, once you've hit All iCloud, at the bottom right, it should be a pen and paper down there.
All right, now it came up. Yes, thank you.
And tap that. And now your keyboard comes up and type in, this is a note. That is the official name of this note now. So when you look for it in your list of notes, that will be the name. And then we hit return. And now for a little bit of the controls you have. You'll notice there's a double A down there. I hit return, so I'm on the next line under this is a note.
Bill, excuse me. Going back to that, to a label, what is the point of having a title for a note? You've got a folder. what do you need a title for?
Well, you need a title for the note, for the many notes you're going to put in a folder. So each note has a name
In the folder.
in the folder. So right now, the folder I'm putting this in is all iCloud. That's at the top left, right?
Then you're starting a folder of something.
Say again, please.
Then you're starting, you have all iCloud, and then you have a folder and all,
Well, all iCloud is a folder.
right, and then you've got a subfolder.
Right.
That might be your medicines. Why do you need a title then? for
Well,
your
you wouldn't put, you would say medicines would be a note. And then you might want to put allergies in there and have them in a subfolder called health.
I guess you just things
What we're
differently.
creating, if a document, what we're creating is a document. A note is a document. In a document, you put in a folder.
Right.
So the name of this document is, this is a note.
I'm just confused. I mean, well, I guess I just use it differently. I use it for lists.
Yeah.
maybe.
Okay.
Bill, my keyboard is a little one over on the left. I'm on my iPad. And it's just a little one. I can't get to my big one. Is there a way I can do that? It's under, in the same column with under all iCloud. I have a tiny little iPad or screen keyboard here.
Well,
I can't
tap it.
Tap it?
Yeah.
Tap the screen, okay.
And then it should show you little 3 icons there.
No, I'm trying to get my
Do you have an
my
external
keyboard
key?
get big instead of little. It's little. It's only the width of the iCloud column, my keyboard. But that's okay. I'll have to
Can
call
you
Apple.
stretch it out? Put 2 fingers on it and stretch it out.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Try that.
Now, oh, wait, now I lost. Okay. And now what do I, okay, and there we go. Just stretch it out, huh?
Did
Okay.
it work?
Yeah, it did. Thank you.
Okay.
You're
Don't
wonderful.
shake it again, please. Oh, it did that. Oh, I see.
Ah,
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. See the double A there? On the right side at the top
Uh-huh.
of my keyboard?
Uh-huh.
If you tap the double A, you can change, you can make the text a different format. All right, if I hit the double A, it will change the format of the text in the line the cursor is in.
Bill,
You can
I don't
make-
see the
you
double A on the iPad.
Say again, please.
I don't see the double A on the iPad. I see it on the phone, but not on the iPad.
It should be right above the key. Oh, you have an external keyboard, Ann?
I don't
And
have the keyboard yet.
do you have an external keyboard or an internal keyboard?
Well, don't know.
No,
I
no,
know I have an external one.
well, it doesn't show up then.
It doesn't show
It
up.
should be at the bottom of the screen. There should be 2 A's. No?
No.
And you're in notes and you type something already?
Oh, well, I haven't typed anything.
Type something. So is anything showing up there?
Yes, thank you. Yeah, I got the keyboard.
And you got the A, okay.
So Bill, I hit the underline and nothing happened
You start typing after you hit the underline,
after, not before. Okay.
right?
I had done it before. Okay.
Okay.
Bill, I know this is in a Siri class, but can you ask Siri to do some of these commands?
Yeah. I haven't figured out how to do that yet, Peter. You mean how to make it a subheading?
Yes.
I don't- I bet there's a
Just a
way.
print, just a print fit command. Just ask Siri to print the screen.
Oh, have you tried it?
Oh,
Let me get to Siri a
Thought
little
of
bit
it.
later when I go to the microphone. Okay. You can make a bulleted list, right? And there I have a bulleted list. Wow.
Bill, how did you get to the bulleted list?
Well, I don't know if I want to show you that because I can't turn it off.
Oh,
There I did. Okay. Well, that's
Mine
weird.
doesn't have bullets, even though I hit bulleted list.
Well, then you start typing a bullet. You hit bulleted list.
I did, and it didn't give me the bullet, it didn't give me the dot.
Is the cursor blinking there on the screen?
Yes, it is.
And you tapped what I just tapped?
Yes.
And try the dots, try the dashes, try the 1, 2, 3.
The
Oh, you're
one,
still
two,
in.
three works.
Say again?
The 1, 2, 3 does work.
But the dots don't?
No,
Interesting.
they don't.
Huh.
Oops, now it does. Now it does. Weird, these things.
That's an interesting thing they've got going there. But anyway, okay. Once you completed it, the only thing left to do and now this note is saved as is, right? So if I go to start a new note again, that one is saved as this is a note. And how about A-N-O-T-H-E-R, N-O-T-E. Right, so I'm going to make another note named another note. Right? You can add a picture to your note by hitting the camera at the top. On your iPhone, to complete a note, you tap done. On the iPad, it's automatically done. Okay. All right, so far so good. So we've created a note, we played with it a little bit. If you tap the camera, come on. Wow.
Bill, my keyboard disappeared on the iPhone.
Right. Tap the screen where the keyboard should show up, and it will come up as a keyboard again.
It doesn't.
Yeah. Is the cursor blinking on the screen?
No.
What's it say on the top of your screen?
This is a note.
And did you
And
press
I got the bullet, but I can't type anything in there. Oh, there it is. Somehow it appeared. It appeared. I don't know how.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Uh-huh. Now, strange things happening on my iPad. I have tap the camera and nothing comes up. On the iPhone, you'll notice I tapped on the control line here. I tapped the camera, and you have the capability of taking a picture. Take a photo, scan a document, or choose a photo or document or video from your library.
Bill, why doesn't, when you do it on your iPad, why doesn't it automatically do it on your phone for you?
Although the note will be there in a while, but the rest of it's not.
In a while, okay, because I have written notes class Bill Crow under it, and that's there, but the list isn't.
Bill, don't you have a bullet going on next to your cursor in that page?
I do. So you're thinking that's maybe the reason I don't get the camera? No. Nope. So what I'm going to do, folks, is I'm going to restart my iPad, and hopefully that will correct the problem.
Bill, isn't the camera on the top
Yeah.
of your screen right there?
Yes, it was. Yeah.
Mine works.
Mine doesn't. So I click there and nothing happens.
It says scan documents on that too.
When you do, yeah.
Do you need to restart your iPad? Or
That's
just
what I'm going to
restart-
try. That's what I'm going to
just
try.
restart Notes?
No, well, I'll try that first. How's that? We'll try to restart Notes.
There's nothing to repeat.
We'll try to restart Notes. So what Sharon suggested was, why don't you just stop Notes like I just did, and then come back and open the Notes, and then see if the camera works. Aha. You're a genius, Sharon. You're a genius. All right. So she gave us the best way to start if you haven't not working is stop the app and start it again. And then I'm going to click right there on camera. Now, does anybody know what the difference between scan a document and take a photo is?
I give up. Tell us.
Say again, please.
I give up. Tell us.
Well, I was just wondering if, because I looked at that and I said, maybe they don't know that.
Well,
So if I take my phone and I hit the camera and I want to just take a photo. So I'm going to take a photo of this piece of paper here. Right? Like so. And I want to use that photo or just use it. Okay, so that's the photo. Okay, everybody?
Yeah.
Now I'm going to take the same thing and I'm going to scan. And I'm going to hold it up here. You see the difference? It says, I think what my little dots are showing you there is that that's what you want to take as your document. Scan. Now I'm going to adjust it a little bit. Right, so it's only this page. And then I want to keep that. Right?
Huh.
And save it. So now that's what one looks like. That's the scanned document.
Hey, Bill,
And this
Is the
is the
photo.
picture. All right, everybody?
no, Bill,
Yes.
it seems to me like if you're going to scan a document, you'd put it in your printer and scan it. Like, that's normal to do that.
You can do that.
But you just took two pictures of it, did you?
Say again, please.
You took two pictures. You took a picture when it says take a photograph, and when it said scan, you took another picture, as far as I could tell.
Oh, no. See the difference?
No, I don't see any difference.
There's what's on the screen on my iPhone is the scanned document. Here's the picture of it.
Mm.
Bill, isn't a scanned document also a PDF?
I think they do convert
Whereas-
to a PDF. I'm not sure.
I think so.
So Bill, if I
And
don't have, I'm sorry,
Go ahead.
if I don't have a scanner and I do this, am I now able to scan things to other people?
Yeah,
By
you can
scanning?
send this to somebody now,
Right.
Even though I don't have like a scanner or machine?
even though you don't have a scanner. Right.
Well, how did you scan it if that's what you did? How did you make the scan?
When I tap the camera, it says scan document versus shoot a picture. So let me scan this page, right? Oh, let me pull something else up here.
So Bill, if you wanted to send that to me, would you send it to me as a picture or a scan, or well, how would you make the decision which one to send?
Once I've scanned it, I can put it in the note, but I'm scanning it from here. Okay, and now I'm gonna go like this. And you see how it automatically selected that picture. All right, so that's the scanned document. I'm gonna say done. And save, and now that picture, that document is in my note. And from there, I could send the note to someone.
Can it do OCR?
Good question. I don't think so.
What's OCR?
What Sharon is asking is can it convert that scanned document to a actual letter, for example, where it actually makes it like you had typed it.
A scan should. A picture is an image and a scan is supposed to be in some
I
sort of.
think it's a PDF. There are applications Sharon, there are applications you can get. I'm sorry, probably not hearing me. There are applications you can get that do OCR scans. Okay. So that was camera. Wow. This notes thing is pretty powerful.
Mhm.
If you tap the little pen up here, it comes up with a list of things. So if I want to use the magic marker, I'll click that, and I want to make it in red, I'll click that. Then I go up and I can just
Okay, art was not your forte. Mine neither.
I'm hurt by that.
I can draw a stick figure too.
And then you can erase. And that's the little dot represents my finger pressing on the screen. Okay. And then if I turn it off, hopefully, then I can continue on with my document down here. Okay. to make a checklist. You could come down here and make a table if you wished. Right? And you can actually put things in your table. Let's see. First name. Oh, wrong keyboard. All right. And so you can actually make a nice table in a note if you needed it.
How about attaching something to a note,
What were you thinking of attaching?
another note or another document?
Well, you can attach a picture. If you go to the camera, you can choose a video or photo. Attaching a document. I haven't tried that. Not that I know of attaching.
I'm thinking lifting part of a substance of an email and putting it into a note.
Or you could paste it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay. Let's assume I went into this note. Well, that one's empty. I'll go into this note. Okay. And I want to get that first line. So I would put my finger right here and press and hold, then release. And you see, we get our old friend come back, the little
Yeah.
lollipops.
Yeah.
And I can put my finger here and drag the lollipops down to there. And then I can copy that. Now I could have gone to the internet or any place. And then I'll go to the bottom of this note. And I'll click down here. And then I'll put my finger right there, press and release and click paste. Okay, and I get that information off the clipboard. So Peter, that's the way you can get text from one place to another.
terrific.
Okay.
Bill, you keep, I'm on my iPad in this upper right-hand corner where it says done. I don't ever get a done, and I notice your done comes and goes.
There I clicked it.
Yeah, see, now it's gone. Now, how do you get it back?
Get the cursor to blink on the screen somewhere.
Yeah. Hit the cursor?
Yeah. Tap the screen somewhere in the middle of the note.
That's what I'm doing. I've never gotten done.
Never.
Am I the only one?
Do you have some text in your note?
Yeah.
So here I have my name of the note is test. So
Uh-huh.
I'll just tap right up there and it should change to done then.
I've never gotten it done
Is the cursor
for the
blinking
last
there?
10 minutes.
No, is the cursor blinking?
Yes.
And if you tap, start typing, what happens?
Type something.
Yeah.
Okay. I typed something.
SOMETHING?
Yeah. I typed in a word in, but I never get done.
Okay. Sounds like you should restart your notes app as well.
Restart my notes. Okay. All right. I'll do that.
Try that one.
Bill,
Bill.
my quick question, my screen is frozen. How do I unfreeze a screen? It's frozen in notes at all iCloud.
Okay. Double tap the home
Black.
button. Double tap the home button.
Okay,
And then you should have something like mine that came up. Yes? Sheila? You said
No.
Something like,
Nope. Okay, I have it again, but it's still frozen.
hold on. Did you double tap the home button?
I did. I'll do it again.
Tap, tap, real quick. Real quick.
Okay, I did it.
And now you
Still
got
have it.
the list of applications that are running.
Yes,
Now sweep notes out, up, put your finger on notes
and sweep it up.
and sweep up. And now go back and open notes again.
Okay,
And now it should be unfrozen, is it?
no. Let me try it again.
When you say it's frozen, what do you mean?
I have all iCloud at the top with the three, little dots. But the square with the pencil is grayed out. It's weird.
Is this an iPad or an iPhone?
iPhone.
And your screen looks like mine right now? My
Oh,
iPhone?
yes, yes.
And the little square down at the bottom right is grayed out?
Right, it was, but I've got it now. I have it now, so I'm all set, I think.
Oh, we fixed that.
I don't know what I did, but it's working. Thank
called
you.
poke
Hey,
and hope.
Bill,
Yes.
Poke and hope, yes.
Bill, on the table,
Yes.
it looked, is there a way to make it more than 2 columns like you could in a Word document?
Absolutely.
Okay. Show me how. Oops,
So there's my table on the iPhone.
there it is. I found it.
Wait a minute.
All you have to say is absolutely, and it made it work.
And if you tap the little dots there on the left,
Not that one. It's the one on the top.
okay, if that's the way you make additional columns.
Correct.
Okay, all right.
Cool. Thank you.
I like it when the students answer their own questions. That's good.
You're right.
Yeah, right.
So if you want to share this note with someone, how do you do that? You hit the 3 dots and you can share a note, send a copy, and there's the share box. How about that? And if we tap the share box, we get all these options. I can airdrop it, message it, mail it, print it. There's my share box with the things I like at the top. Okay. But if I wanted to mail this one I click mail and I want to send it to Jim, I would type in Jim. And what's here? Where are you, Jim? I got you here somewhere.
I
No, I
think
don't.
that-
I must have you on James.
Yeah, maybe.
There it is.
Yep, there you go.
Okay. And now I can send this pal of something to Jim. There you go, Jim. All right. So we're able to share it. One of the cool features of notes, once you've accumulated a bunch, right, is how do you find a note and how are the notes arranged? So I'll say, first of all, we'll pull down and it has a search bar at the top. And so I can look for notes that P-U-Z-Z. I have a note that has puzzles in it. Okay, and so, right, these are the different size puzzles I was looking for the other day. But there's puzzles. And all I did was go to the search bar and type in, I have the word new. Looks like new. I have new note and new note, right? The word test. Oops. And test is in
When-
the title of two of my notes.
When you're doing a search, will it only search titles or will it search words inside of a note?
I'm checking that out now. It looks like it only searches titles.
Thank
Bill, how come some of my photos are in notes and I never put them there?
No, you put them there at some point. Because
Bill,
that's the only way they
Bill,
can
on
get
the
there.
search, on that search question, I just typed in a word that's not in my note titles and it pulls up all of the notes
It
that
did?
have that particular word. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah.
Looks like it did on mine too.
Yeah.
So if I tap in the word the, I should get a lot, right?
You get all of them.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Look at all of them. Yep. So you're right. I'm sorry, Sharon. And they will find anything that has the word the in it. All right. Now, you'll see that my notes are listed here in chronological order.
Mhm.
There is a way in settings, if you go to settings, and then you locate the notes. The Notes app, and sort by. So you can sort by date created, date edited, or title. You can put the notes in alphabetic order by title. The new note starts with title. Okay, and you can add grid lines and things like that. Okay. And I'm not allowing my notes to be accessed from the lock screen, especially if you put your passwords in there. If you put your finger on a note while you're looking at the list of notes and hold it there, it comes up with a menu. And you can do several things with that, right? You can pin the note, and that puts it clear at the top of the list of notes. You can share it by clicking on the share box. So you don't need to even basically open the note. you just press and hold it, and you get those options. You can delete it. And I'll talk about lock next. But that's how to pin a note.
Does pin a note mean pin on top?
Yeah, it goes up to this list here at the top. And I've pinned that one up there. Let me pin, this is a note up there. And so I click pin, and now it shows up at the top. I'm now on page 10 of the handout. In the Notes app, you can lock notes with a password to protect your sensitive information. This Notes uses a single password for all your locked notes in an account. You can use Face ID or Touch ID as a convenient way to unlock your notes. All right, so how do you set this up? Well, first of all, you have to create a password, and you should write that password down. So let's go to Settings, Notes, and Password. And on my iPad, it says use Touch ID. On my iPhone, when I do that same thing, go to Settings, Notes, and Passwords. It says use facial ID, because I have an iPhone X or newer. And I'm going to change my password. And what if I don't remember it? Uh-oh, passwords didn't match. I'm not going to change it because I think I know what it is. But you can turn it off or on. And I recommend using Touch ID or facial recognition ID. Then once you've done that and set that up, so now you have a password. So how do I use it? So if I want to lock this particular note, let's say it's my pictures of my credit cards. You click the three dots and you tap lock. And I'm going to use my fingerprint, right? So a lock's been added. And now I get another feature at the top of the screen with a little lock on it. If I click that feature, it locks the note. And then you can click the note and you want to view the note. You have to unlock it. Let's see if I can remember my password. I'll be darned. Okay.
Touch ID should work too.
Yeah, your Face ID, if you have a newer phone, or your Touch ID should work. but don't lose the password. Now, if you do lose the password, you go to notes, you go to passwords, and you say reset password. And that's not working right now. Hey.
It also says that you cannot view, if you change your password or reset it, you cannot view notes that have a password already saved.
Correct.
So you won't be able to access those notes ever again if you forgot that password.
I believe that's what they're telling you.
That's dangerous.
Oh, maybe you have to click on change password first before you do reset.
If you forget your notes password and you can't use the Face ID or Touch to unlock your notes, you won't be able to view your locked notes, and Apple can't help you regain access to your locked notes. You can reset your notes password, but that doesn't give you access to previously locked notes. The new password applies to all notes you lock from that point on. Okay. So it's important you don't forget your password.
Right. But is that a password for notes only?
Yes. Well, it
Because
could be the same password for your phone. It's the one you
mine's an
give it.
iCloud password they're asking for.
Pardon me?
Because it's under Apple ID password. It says enter the password for the iCloud, and they've named my iCloud. My iCloud. What do you
Well,
call
they're
it?
making sure you own the iPad before they have you enter the new iPad.
Oh, so this isn't.
I believe that's what they're doing, Ann. Now, are your notes being synced across various devices? In other words, if you enter a note on your iPad, can you see it in the iPhone and vice versa? To check that out, make sure you go to settings on both devices. I'll go to settings on both my iPhone and my iPad. And I want to make sure Notes is synced between the two. And I tap my name at the top on both devices. And then I go to iCloud on both devices. I scroll down to where it says Notes, and I have it turned on both devices. So now when I enter a note on one, it puts it in the iCloud, and the other device picks it up from the iCloud. Okay. Now I'm going back to the home screen on both devices, and on my iPad, I'm going to open Notes. And let's talk a little bit about folders. You'll notice I'm clicking back on the iPad. I click back so it has folders in the left-hand column. On the iPhone, I click the back arrow and it says folders at the top. So this is the one we're interested in. So right now, it probably says all iCloud at the top. And then it probably says Notes or iPad Notes under that. I have created all these additional folders to put things in.
Bill,
Go ahead.
on my iPad, I have the the keyboard and I can't get rid of it.
So your iPad looks like mine right now?
Yes,
Does it say done in the upper right-hand corner?
no,
Does it say folders in the top upper left-hand corner?
yes, it does.
Tap that. Keyboard still there?
Yes,
You see the keyboard in the lower right-hand corner
yes,
with an arrow pointing down?
yes.
Tap that.
Thank you. Thank you.
You have an external keyboard like I do, so it operates a little differently. All right.
I have notes that say, I have a folder that says on my iPad, and I have 46 notes there, and on the cloud, I only have 6. What determines if it goes to the cloud or just stays on your iPad?
Those notes were created before you started using the iCloud.
Is there a way to go back and get them on the cloud?
I wish I knew. I think there is, and we'll take a look at that in a minute. Okay. So in my case, mine says notes 124. I mean, it says iCloud 165, notes 124. And then I have all these subcategories. And if I add up all the subcategories, it should total to be 165.
Hey, Bill, how'd you get to that folders screen?
Tap the arrow in the upper left-hand corner. Does that work?
No, I don't.
You don't have folders at the top?
No.
iPhone or iPad, Jim?
Well, I'm looking at both of them, but,
Neither of them do?
well, I mean, where would I start from?
Or are you in notes right now?
No.
Or you have to open notes?
Open notes to start with. All right, wait a minute. Okay, I've got notes open. Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay, notes open.
Now, the way in which you work with folders is you tap the edit at the top. Okay. In each folder you have, well, you haven't created any yet, probably. So you tap the plus sign at the bottom left. I'm just going to make one called TEST2 and tap save. So now I have a new folder called TEST2. That will appear on my iPad, my phone shortly, since I made it on the iPad. Okay. And now the question might be, how do you get things into that folder? Okay. So if I wanted to put, I'm going to tap done at the top. And I'll go to my iCloud. And here's this stupid note that I just made. Right? And I want to move it. And then I click the 3 dots and it says move note. And I want to put it in test 2. Oop. So now that note is in test 2. So if I go back to folders and look at test 2, there it is.
At the top of my, it did not say done. It just says edit
At the top of what?
on the left-hand side.
Okay, tap edit.
Now it says done.
Okay. So now we're in edit mode for the folders, right?
Except my test one doesn't, my test one, which is your test two, doesn't have anything in it.
My test 2 has one thing in it.
Yes, because you put it in, but how do I put something into my test?
Okay, open up the all cloud notes by clicking on click done and click on all cloud. So now you have a list of all the notes you have. And I'll pick this one. I got all these stupid notes. So I have this FHGCJ note, and I would like to put it somewhere. By clicking the little dot at the upper right of the notes page, I can say, oh, there it is, move note. And it gives me the list of notes that I have. And I want to put that one in test 2 as well. Now, all cloud, it contains all the notes you have. And it will stay in all cloud as a general category. But you have, I can't say move the note, you've put a pointer to that note in test 2. And there it is when you click on test 2. It's interesting because they don't make multiple copies of the note. It's like photos. They don't make multiple copies of the photos when you create albums. They don't make multiple copies of a note when you when you create these folders. They just put a pointer to that note back into iCloud. So if I delete that note from the iCloud, it will most likely, hopefully, delete it from that folder as well. And now I don't have that note in the folder either, okay? So of all the notes I have 164. I have 122 of them in a folder called notes, and here are the rest of them. So I'll go to the 122. I'll tap this one. I'm going to move that to test 2. And I'll move this one. So this can be done pretty quickly once you set it up. All you do is open the notes, the uncategorized notes that you have. I'm going to get rid of that one. You open the uncategorized notes that you have, which is all these guys. You click the 3 dots on the first one and you move it. And the next one comes up. The reason I'm pointing this out to you is it's relatively easy to organize your notes in something that's more meaningful to you.
Question that I asked you about where the notes are saved. I think I answered for myself. And the advantage of saving them to the cloud is that you can access them from anywhere.
Correct. Any device you have.
I guess the only limit you have is if your cloud storage is getting full.
Notes is not going to take much space unless you have a lot of pictures in it.
Right.
Okay,
Hey, Bill,
go ahead, Joe.
I don't have an entity called All iCloud on either one of my iPhone or iPad. I've got folders and it's underneath there, it says iCloud and Comcast, but no place does it say All iCloud.
Okay, so your folders looks slightly different. Is that what you're saying?
Well, you have All iCloud on your device.
No, if you click on folders, does it say iCloud at the top?
Yes,
It does?
it does. It says iCloud, and then underneath it, it has Comcast.
Has Comcast right there is the first item?
Well, no, under iCloud, there's the notes, and then next is Comcast, and then more notes.
Okay, it says folders at the top. Am I correct?
Yes. Yes,
And then right here, it says iCloud.
yes.
Then here has a different name. How many notes are in there?
Two,
How many notes are in the next item down?
two, same thing. I've got two notes in iCloud and two notes in Comcast. But no place does it say All iCloud.
Are they the same note?
Yes,
Bill,
Ah, yes.
the settings.
Hold on. Let me answer that question first.
Yeah, exactly.
Jim, if you go to notes, settings and notes,
wait, settings, and then to notes. Yes,
and it says default account there,
default account, yes.
what's yours say?
There's iCloud,
It does
what it says.
on both devices?
Oh, wait, on my iPad, let me do it on my iPhone then and see what it says there. And then default account, iCloud on both.
And if you tap the arrow there, do you have more than one as a possibility?
I tap, it just says iCloud or Comcast.
And Comcast.
The
So
two that,
some of your notes are in the Comcast cloud and some of them are in the iCloud. The new ones you create from now on will be in the iCloud and not in the Comcast cloud. I would recommend you move them out of the Comcast cloud into the iCloud.
Bill, speaking of moving them, I saw that you could move your note straight over to your test two, and you didn't have to go through anything, no other process.
Oh, you did it that way?
No, I just watched you and you were moving that note, and I could see that you could move it right into test two.
Well, I can't
Correct.
move it there. I have to tap the folder to move it. It's just another way to do it.
Oh, okay, well, when you were on that, you moved it, and I thought maybe you could move it right down to test two.
You mean I could go like this and move it over here? No. Okay. So we created a folder, put our notes in a folder. And we're starting to get ourselves a little organized. right, let's go through an exercise. I'm going to go back. On Open Notes, I'm looking at the folders menu. Then I go to All iCloud. And I want to create a note. Okay, I'm on All iCloud. And I want to create a note, right? And I tap the pen and paper.
Yes.
Bottom right or top right on the iPad. And I type in grocery, Grocery. Right? I do it on the listed keyboard, right? So the first thing we learned is the first line is the title. And I press enter and I type in carrots. Ooh. I hit return. Lettuce. Tomatoes, making a nice salad here. And onions. All right. Now I could have made it that as a bulleted list by tapping the A's above the keyboard and say I wanted bullets. Now let's see if I can go back to the top here. And I'll make a bullet out of that one. I didn't want a table. Make a list out of that one. Come down here to tomatoes and make a list out of that one. Okay. I was just trying to figure out how to get rid of a table that I put in there incorrectly. So I deleted the column and row, but how do you get rid of the entire table?
I think the other side. Yeah.
There it is, delete. I hit the little table and I delete table. There you go.
Bill, I made a whole lot of lines. And then when I went to type on those lines, the lines disappeared.
How did you make a whole lot of lines?
In lines and grids,
Right.
after you press the three dots,
Yeah,
lines and grids is down at the bottom.
yeah,
And I clicked on lines and grids,
yeah.
and I used the just plain lines. And it came up with
And then the lines disappeared. Yeah.
the lines are fine. And then they disappeared when I started writing the list.
I see that. See, I haven't used lines and grids before, so.
You need to underline your lines if you want to keep the line, underline the words.
Say that again, Bill?
Oh,
You need to, when you start typing, type the text with the words underlined, and then the line will stay under the words.
Oh, well, that's different than what she's saying, though. She's saying I went to the three dots and I'm poking and hoping, and I see it says lines and grids here. And Anne's saying, what does that do? And she clicked on it, and you got some choices here. Change the line and grid style for handwriting in a note. Oh. So then I can handwrite on this. If I hit the pen. That's what it's for, Ann.
only your handwriting is no good.
And if I don't use it, it goes away. All right, so we made ourselves a grocery list of 3 or 4 items. And now that item is saved, and the name of it is grocery list. If I wanted to send that to someone, tap the 3 dots. And see where the share box is? Right? And now I could print it, copy it, mark it up, save to files. Most likely you're going to either print it, you're going to send it as a message in mail or something like that. Okay.
When do you use the share? You know, it had on top of the share box, it had share with a picture of a person. Share note.
And so I could do that. And I'm going to share a grocery list.
Oh, it's like a business thing.
Okay. So this is where you could get out into you and I, Diane, making updates to OneNote.
I see.
And I didn't want to get into that because, oh boy. See, people you invite can make changes to your note.
Oh, you know, like a family could do that.
Right. So everybody's created a grocery list. And you got me into trouble here. I can't delete what you told me to put in there. All right. If you wanted to add a photo, you could take it and you could scan the document, take a photo, or choose a photo from your library. Let me choose a photo from my library. This one. And I add it. And now I have this nice little photo from my library. Okay. We can create checklists. So now that one is made. If I go back here to folders, it's now in the iCloud. And it's also in notes. And I would like to move it to someplace else. So I press and hold that note and I say move. And I'm going to put it in my old trusty test 2. Okay. So hopefully you've been playing with this. Do you have any questions? Nobody has a question?
Yeah, Bill, how do I erase my scribbling?
Okay, hold on. Let me get into a note where I make some scribbles.
Okay.
Start a new note.
Yeah,
And I got scribbles. And so I'm going to go, wait a minute.
yeah.
Right? That one ought to be worth some money. So I've got this little section here. If I hit the little, what it does, what in the note, it's created this area for this particular scribble or note, right? And I
Yep.
turn that off. Now I can come down here and start typing something, right? But this particular section is off limits to typing now. But if I press and hold on it, come on. Select all, and I should be able to delete it here. Hold on. There it is. See the little arrow that shows up here at the bottom? When you click on it, you have a delimiting arrow here at the bottom. If I click on that arrow, it says delete. And I want to delete it. Come on. There we go. And it disappears. Okay?
Yeah, kind of.
Kinda, Bob?
Yeah.
Try it again.
I didn't get the line or that arrow.
Okay, let me do it. I'm going to start scribble here. And I'm going to make myself this. Okay, and then I go. Boop, boop, boop. And you should have a line that shows up either at the top or the bottom. This one's at the top right now. And if I click that little, if I go back to my text, it's not there any longer. But if I click on the area where the scribbling occurs, it should show up there, top or bottom of the area where you were scribbling. And you should be able to delete it.
No, mine's not doing it.
Oh, come on.
What happens if you want to delete part of it?
Can't delete part, Diane. You
can't
think too
erase.
much. I don't think you can erase part of it.
Work.
How do you erase it?
Well, when you get when you get the scribble in there,
Yeah.
in the pad that's in the bottom, there's a pencil with an eraser. So
Oh,
you click on that, then you can go up and just,
oh.
There we go. That's all I needed.
oh, you want to do it that way?
Yeah.
You can erase the whole thing that way.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
but then you have that area that's still unavailable to type in.
Yeah, okay. Just so we can get rid of it.
Bill, in Apple regular operating system for computers, under edit, they have a feature called undo. Is there such a thing here? Because a lot of what you're talking about would be solved with that feature.
I haven't found an undo for these things.
There is an undo when you're using the pen. There's an arrow that you can undo.
Let's take a
The
look at
last
that.
stroke.
Somebody has just chimed in and said there is an undo. So I'll go here and I'll pick this, change the color to blue, and then we go, all right. And then see the arrows down here?
Yep, there it is. Okay.
That's those arrows too.
Oh,
And it just undoes. You can only use the undo for the last thing you did, because if
But
you.
this one actually works to get rid of anything you've done with the scribble.
Yes, but if you've scribbled 3 or 4 things, like I use this on my Sudoku every day for the paper. I make a photo and use that. And I can do 5 numbers and undo the last 2. It won't take all 5 off.
So I'm going away and making different doodles there. And as you click the undo, it goes back and sequentially updates, undoes. And Bob, to answer your question, if I do it one more time, it's going to get rid of the whole box.
Yeah, you can also do it on the eraser. If you hit the eraser, you get 2 options.
Oh, do you? Oh, I
Pictorial
gotta
or
try
you get
that.
objective. Yeah, you get objective, it takes the whole thing off.
So if you double click the eraser,
Yes,
oh, erase, pixel erase or object erase.
that's
So if
correct.
you object erase,
Takes the whole big scribble out or paintings.
no, that didn't do anything for me.
Took mine right out. Hit it.
mine too.
Yeah, it took it out.
did. Wow.
Bill, what if you moved that eraser up to the text? Would it get rid of that?
So you're saying, what if I go up to here?
No.
Yes.
It only works in the box.
Well, it's just
Okay.
reasonable. Hmm.
Guys are having too much fun with this. All right. Three guys went down to Las Vegas one night, got drunk, woke up in jail. They found that they had, they're being executed for their crimes, but none of them can remember what they'd done.
That must have been our age.
The first one was strapped in the electric chair and is asked if he has any last words. He says, I'm a priest and I believe in the almighty power of God and to intervene on my behalf of the innocent. They threw the switch and nothing happened. So they figured God must have intervened and they let him go. The second was strapped in and gave his last words. I'm an attorney. I believe in ethical power of justice to intervene on my part. And I'm innocent. The switch was thrown and again, nothing happened. Figuring that the law is on this guy's side, they let him go. The last one was strapped into the chair. He says, I'm an engineer. And I'll tell you right now, you'll never electrocute anybody if you don't connect those 2 wires. All right.
You should have said that after, though.
Yeah, that's fun.
I'm going to delete this guy. Boom. Any questions, folks?
You know, Bill, I have one.
Go.
It has nothing to do with this.
Good.
Oh,
Is there any way you can make a copy of your passwords in Apple?
I'm thinking. Let me get my phone off the screen and check something.
Yeah. Get it off.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it shows up my passwords. Let me try
Uh,
something here.
It would be,
If we go into settings and we go down here to where it says
password, there it is.
passwords,
Mhm. You don't want to,
and there it registered my face. And yeah, I can only get one at a time there. So I
Right.
tap on this guy. See, it doesn't show you the password. But that's all I get. And I could take a screenshot of that. But you're saying I want to print out all 40, right?
yeah, I want a record of all my passwords, and I still haven't been able to figure that out.
No.
If you're using a password manager, you can print from that.
Yeah, what Sharon's saying, if you're using, what do you use, Sharon? What password manager do you use?
By the way, Bill, an FYI,
Yeah,
if you can turn it around and do that, you know how you take a screenshot?
you could take a screenshot of each one.
You can't.
Can't take
Apple,
a sc-
Apple will not allow it. The password doesn't show up.
Oh, the same thing that does on the screen that you see
Right.
doesn't show up there.
I've gone through quite a few of them and nope, it's blank.
Yep, yep, I see what you mean, which is a probably good feature.
Yeah. Just write your passwords down.
No, I'd rather put it in something that I know that I can print up.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, the only way I know to do that is to
Do it. Well, I've got nothing to do for 2 weeks, so. Oh, this is going to be a pain.
I have mine already. I do them concurrently. Whenever I create a new one, I just get out my list and add it to it.
Right. That's the way it should be, but.
All right.
Well, thank you.
Well, let's see what's next week here. Ooh, mail and contacts. Wow. Okay. So the 17th, we're doing mail and contacts.
Mm-hmm.
All right, folks.
Thank
Everybody have a good week.
You too.
You too, Bill.
You too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well.
See you, Bill.
Take care.
Thank you,
everybody.
Bill.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bill.
Thank you.
No joke.
Thank you.
Yes.
I'm leaving on a jet plane.
Where's my control for that? Wow. Take care, everyone.